It's Saturday, January 16th, 2021. An absolute stunning day here in Palm Desert, California. As I make this video, temperatures are around 90 degrees. Absolutely beautiful afternoon. And I wanted to just say hi to everybody, check in with everybody, and I wanted to share a couple articles with all of you this afternoon. Took down a couple notes, just a few things off the top of my head that I just want to share with everybody out there. And one of the things I want to talk about today is the propping up of this economy. The government is doing everything that it can right now to try to save this economy, prop it up, and they're going to do it with more and more stimulus. Now, they're not going to do it with opportunity. They're not going to do it with job creation. They're not going to do it with manufacturing. They're going to try and do it with more stimulus. Spending money it doesn't have, creating more and more debt. And as I read this article this morning on The Hedge, U.S. retail sales tumble for third straight month on slump in restaurant and online spending. We look at retail sales, they slid 0.7% month over month. Amazon plunged 5.8% month over month. Food, services, and drinking places were down 4.5% month over month. But we're seeing a turnaround all of a sudden. According to Bank of America's real-time spending data, we're beginning to see a surge in buying. Where do you think this surge in buying is coming from? Do you think maybe those $600 stimulus checks had anything to do with it? A couple weeks ago, when I took you over to the coffee house that had 80 cars in the drive-through, 80 cars in the drive-through to get a cup of coffee. Isn't it amazing? That's when the stimulus checks started hitting people's accounts. People could not wait to go out and spend the money. And these shopping zombies, as I call them, this money is burning a hole in their pocket. People are spending these stimulus checks as fast as they get them, buying more dumb stuff. And as I make this video today, I want to just really talk about people buying dumb stuff. I don't care what you buy. Somebody will write me and go, why do I care? I don't care what you buy with your money. I make these videos to try and wake people up so that they don't buy dumb stuff, so that they're not a shopping zombie, so they're not one of the masses, they're not one of the sheep who are going to get obliterated here. You can buy whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with your money. I'm sharing out loud with all of you what I'm doing, what I believe is the right thing to do. Please comment down below. What are you going to do with your stimulus money? You going to blow it on lattes and video games? Or will you be doing something more conservative with your money? Will you be saving it? Will you be paying down debt? Will you be buying some gold or silver? Will you be doing something more productive with that money? Paying off your bills? But there's millions of people out there that they wouldn't even think about paying down their bills. They wouldn't think about buying assets. All they're going to do is spend more money on dumb stuff, things that are not going to help them during a collapse, things that are not going to prepare them to survive a collapse. E-commerce sales are now exploding here in January, as 40 to 50 million people in America don't even have a job. Think about this. We're watching the stock market just explode. Now we're watching e-commerce sales explode yet again, while 40 to 50 million people don't even have a job. How can they do it? Well, it's more of these artificial injections into the stock market, these artificial injections into people's checking accounts with more stimulus. And it just really fascinates me that a lot of the people doing this are the people that shouldn't be doing this. The people that are doing most of the spending are people with the lowest incomes. And you know, I hate to say this, but millions of people are going to get what they deserve. I really, really believe that. And I don't want to say that. I hate to say that, but most people are going to get what they deserve. The party's going to come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. The music will stop playing, and you have to figure out where you're going to be when the music comes to an end. Another article on The Hedge today, real-time card spending data shows the next stimulus-funded buying spree has arrived. And it's not just the stimulus money, it's more of this expanded unemployment insurance that people are using to buy stuff, dumb stuff that they don't need. Bank of America credit and card usage showed a marked turnaround in spending from the December slump. Total card spending was up 9.7% year over year for the first 7 days of January, ending January 9th. Think about that. Up 9.7% year over year for the 7 days ending January 9th. 40 to 50 million people unemployed. Economy is shut down, and yet people are spending. They have no control, no self-control. They don't believe that there's a crisis coming, and it's already begun. It's happening right before their very eyes. These are the people who aren't paying rent, maybe in forbearance with their mortgage, and they're still spending, still spending. And again, this is the result of the relief stimulus passed at the end of the year. So it's amazing what $600 can do. Lower income households saw a bigger boost with spending for stimulus recipients, reaching nearly 40% above those without. The highest income tier was more modest at 20%. So the people with less money are outspending more money, spending money they really don't have or money they shouldn't be spending on more dumb stuff, spending money on things they really don't need. So where is everyone spending their stimulus? Well, let's take a look. It's basically another repeat from this first stimulus check we saw, the $1,200 stimulus checks back in 2020. They're spending it on clothes. That was number one. Electronics, number two. So that's big screen TVs. That's $1,200, $1,500 iPhones, and general merchandise. So it really makes you boggle your mind a bit when you look at the average American. And look, I'm not here saying this is every American. There are very smart people out there who are doing the right thing. They're saving some money. Maybe they're buying some food and water and some preparations, but they're doing the right thing. But the majority, the masses, are blowing this money on dumb stuff. And they're going to pay a huge price here down the road, not too far down the road. Don't do what the lower income households are doing. And this is now the majority of America. They're spending the most and will spend the most of any financial windfall, whether that's expanded unemployment or if that's the upcoming possible, $1,400 stimulus check that they're talking about sending next. What happens to these people when the printing press overheats? What's going to happen? What's going to happen when there is no more stimulus? What happens maybe if you do get a $1,400 stimulus check, but the inflation on goods is getting so high that now it doesn't even do much, right? Now it takes $1,400 to match what $600 used to do. What's going to happen? The printing presses are beginning to overheat, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to overheat, and they're going to go down. And the US dollar is going to be in very, very big trouble. Your purchasing power in very, very big trouble. And the people at the bottom, the people at the lowest income, the highest unemployment, if you're watching this video, you better be very, very smart with this money. You better save this money. You better put this money to something that is going to prepare you for this collapse. There are millions of Americans that are hurting as the system falls apart, and things are about to get much, much worse. If you're one of these people, do not take this money and buy dumb stuff. Do not take this money and go out and buy a big screen TV. You don't need to go out and buy a $300 pair of Nikes. You don't need to go out and buy new clothes. You need to be preparing. You need to really think right now about what you're doing. Do not blow this money. This is going to take years, ladies and gentlemen, to recover from. We're heading into a very, very ugly depression here. I believe it's going to be the worst we have ever seen. The depression that hit in 29 took 17 years to recover from. There was never a global economic shutdown at that point. The rest of the world wasn't in a depression. We didn't see $277 trillion of global debt. I mean, the list goes on and on and on why this is going to be so bad, so horrific, and why I believe it's going to take much longer to recover from. If you think this is going to recover in 6 months, if you think this is going to recover at some point in 2021, you need to seek professional help. It is not. This could take well beyond 10 years to recover from. It could take over 20 years to recover from. We haven't even hit the bottom yet. We haven't even seen the fallout yet. This is going to be brutal, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to take, no doubt, many, many years to recover from. And in some cases, many people may never recover from what is about to happen, and they're never going to recover their losses. So many people are going to lose so much. They're going to lose everything. And we're going to see so much opportunity and wealth just be evaporated in America. And we're seeing a wealth transfer unlike we have ever seen before. And I believe that it is going to get much tougher to find a job. It is going to get much tougher to find a good paying job. They're talking about national $15 minimum wage in America. What do you think that that's going to do to the restaurant industry? What do you think that's going to do to leisure and hospitality? What do you think that will do to the bar industry? It's going to absolutely obliterate it. You can only print money for so long. You can only give out this stimulus for so long before it just doesn't work. Look where we're at right now. Is the stimulus working? Is all the money printing working? All I see is more debt, more economic destruction. I see more and more people losing jobs. And let's not forget, we got the job numbers on Thursday. 965,000 people filed unemployment claims last week. This is not heading in the right direction. It is getting worse by the day. And if you're one of these people that's going to take your $600 stimulus check or maybe your future $1,400 stimulus check and go out and buy dumb stuff, you're going to go out and buy clothes, you're going to go out and buy electronics. So many of these people doing this because they're not even paying their rent right now. They're not paying a mortgage payment. They think this is a party. They're continuing to think that this is going to go on forever. I'm here to tell you, if you're one of these people that has ignored paying your rent, or maybe you can't pay your rent, but you're going to take your stimulus money and go out and just party it away, big mistake. Very, very big mistake. I see America day to day. We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow, let alone what's going to happen next week or next month. We could wake up to any sort of crisis. And that big screen TV, those $300 Nikes, that new leather jacket, that new phone is not going to save you from a collapse. It is not going to help you during a collapse. Do the right thing. Save that money. You need to have a cash reserve. Take that money, pay the debt down. Take that money, buy a couple ounces of silver. Take that money, buy some emergency food. Take that money and do something that may help you in the worst of times. I'm going to leave it there this afternoon. I really want to thank everybody for all the letters, the support, the prayers. Continue to pray for this country. Continue to stay on track with your preparations. Continue to be awake. We do not know what tomorrow is going to bring, but these are some of the most uncertain, unsustainable times I've ever seen in my lifetime. And I think most of you would agree to that. So do the right thing. Continue to prepare the best that you can. If you have not been preparing, today is a great opportunity to start preparing. Remember, the more you can put the odds in your favor, the better your chances are to survive an economic collapse and to even prosper. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless every one of you. Thanks for everything. I could not make these videos without your help. Make sure that you share this video with everyone you know, you don't know. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. God bless.